if you do a very impartial, um, scholarly, scientific review of the data in the world of all kinds of things, from the environment to medicine to rights, abilities, all the things that we feel most important, generally the trends are getting better. And it doesn't mean that there aren't temporary setbacks or parts of the world where they aren't getting better, which is absolutely true. But overall, on average, we're getting better. If you have a time machine and you're going to be sent to somewhere at a random place and your own status would be randomly assigned, you do not want to go into the past. You don't want to go into the past. Um, and so, yes, that's a foundational, I think, place to start with trying to become more optimistic is taking a longer horizon, um, relying on data rather than news for your perspective, and understanding that it's an essential element in making the kind of future that we want to make.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And so I think I read that in the 1970s you got started as a photographer. You spent a while, maybe a year or so in Asia doing photography there. What sort of led you on that discovery path early on?
It was an accident. I mean, I grew up in New Jersey, and I try to convey to my kids how parochial growing up in New Jersey was in the 1950s and 60s. I'd never eaten Chinese food in my life through high school. I'd only been to the restaurant 3 times in my whole entire life through high school. We never ate out. We never had money. We was just you ate at home. I didn't have my own money. I didn't. Uh, I'd never met even people from Asian countries. But I was interested in photography, and I had a friend who was studying Chinese in Taiwan to become a missionary, and he invited me over to visit him while he was there. And I thought, oh, photography. And so I called up National Geographic and said, I'm going to Taiwan, Japan. Do you need any pictures? And they said, that's not how it works here, but show me your stuff when you come back. And I went over, and then I had my mind blown.
Yeah.
It was so different from suburban New Jersey in the 1960s that uh, it became my university. I was everything was kind of open. You could see where all the things were being made, all the things we were buying were being made there. I could see them being made on the street. Um, there was this different cuisine, different sensibilities. It was every day I was learning new things, seeing stuff I had no idea about. And then once I understood that you could travel to the next country nearby, it became like a compulsion, almost an addiction to see this other part of the world. And I became an optimist in part because I saw with my own eyes millions of people bootstrapping themselves out of their poverty into becoming some of the richest countries in the world. And I saw that with my own eyes happening. And so I understood I started to appreciate the power of the technology and the systems that we have for bringing people, because their lives without that, they look beautiful living in a wooden house without nails, but inside it's dark and damp, and there's mosquitoes, and it's smoke filled, and there's no running water, and there's no toilet. And so they're going to move to a concrete square with air conditioning and Wi-Fi as soon as possible, and I would do the same. So I saw what technology was bringing to people in firsthand, and I had an experience of living in the past without it, and that was an instrumental part of me becoming optimistic.